Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fitness Business Growth. We are back again for another episode. A very interesting topic, mate, that's going to stop the world in its tracks. The topic is
Can't wait for this one.
3 ways how to get more stuff done by using a Google or Outlook calendar. And if you use an Outlook calendar, I feel sorry for you. Get onto Google.
I've never used Outlook.
Terrible experience. Ellen uses it for her work. The Outlook email, terrible. The Outlook calendar, terrible.
I've got nothing Outlook.
I had a meeting with James this morning. He uses Microsoft Teams for his video call.
Teams.
Terrible.
I use Teams with the account.
Terrible.
I'm not used to it.
It must be like a corporate thing.
I think so.
Big corporations. Okay, cool. So 3 ways to get more stuff done by using a Google Calendar. This is no exaggeration. I can't think of many things that have been more impactful for our life than using a Google Calendar. I put like learning Facebook ads number 1, learning sales number 2. Google Calendar might be number 3.
Up until a few years ago, we didn't even use it.
No.
Everything, as Kramer said in Seinfeld, was in up here.
Up in the dome. Yeah. And I guess it came with having a bigger team. But my calendar's up there on the screen, and I can't imagine not having it. I'd feel like I would, like, it is, just wouldn't, I wouldn't, I'd struggle. I would get nothing done.
Obviously, there'd be some other way you'd keep track of things, but we both come very accustomed to it. It's got obviously all of our appointments and meetings, and then yours maybe not so much as mine. Mine's just riddled with reminders of things to follow up on, to double check if they've been done, to start projects, check them off when they've finished, and then having a nice, which I'm sure we'll get into, a nice little color system just to be able to code what's been done, what hasn't, what needs doing.
So step number 1, mate, if it's not in your calendar, it does not get done. And I believe that to my core. Every single thing I do in the business is in my calendar. When I review ads on Monday, I email our list on Tuesday, I text our list on Wednesday, our sales team meeting's Thursday at midday, I have a weekly meeting on Friday, we meet once a month on a Thursday at 12:30 to review things. So with so much going on in the business, it is not good enough to go off memory. Otherwise, things will get missed. So every single thing that I do is in my calendar, but it's named. And even in the notes of the calendar, you can add hyperlinks. So this is the exact list that I'm going to email on Monday. This is a hyperlink into high level. I do it. Every event you put in your calendar, it defaults to a blue color. You then mark blue to green at the end of the week. Look at your calendar. It's all green. It's a good amount of dopamine.
I really like the function of being able to set like the cadence of the event as well. So if there's something that, well, let's say it's a launch of a new account and I'm involved in it, I'll put like a daily reminder in there for maybe 10 days, right? And you can set, I don't know if you even know this, you set like a custom one so it can only appear Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's going to reappear those days for 10 occurrences. So that allows me to not forget after 6 days, okay, maybe we're still waiting on some information from the client. I'll come back and that'll be in there, and then I can check it off and either leave it there or delete it if need be. And it just provides that, I'm sure, like you and most people, there's so many little things that need to get done that fall, and obviously, not everything falls in your lap, but if there's sometimes those little things they're easy to forget, very, very, very easy to forget, especially if it's over the course of, in a week or a few weeks. It just allows some organization there. But even to the point, like you said, by using links, like I will link in Slack messages into my calendar event. So then it's like, and my note will be, check this message every 3 weeks, and I'll go in and that'll open up the message from 3 weeks ago as to what we need to address. So it's just taking the time to set that at the start makes all the difference.
When we go in gyms, it was like, oh, fuck, Natasha's got to be frozen. Jamie, don't forget. Jamie, don't forget. Jamie, don't forget. All of a sudden, I'm driving to the gym at 3:30. I had forgotten. And I'm trying to process it at 4:05 at the gym because I don't want to get it billed tomorrow. So, like, for example, if you're going to call your leads, have an event in your calendar, 10:30, call the leads, have an event in there at 11, check freezers, 11:30, check changing billing details, 12 o'clock, remember to ask Lindsay for the referral she brought up in the gym. Like, it's just every single thing that you have to get done can be in your calendar. And I think calendar discipline gives you a tremendous amount of freedom. So this morning, both our calendars were closed off. We went to the gym together, had a great time. Now we're filming podcasts. And this has been in our calendar all week.
Yeah. We experimented with Asana for a little while. For me personally, it was just another lot of software. It all flows very well, and I know people love it, and it's nothing against that itself, but less softwares is good. So we've got Slack for communication, which we run the whole business through, calendar for reminders, events, keeping track of things that you need to do, things that you've done,
So
ongoing things.
if you're not using a calendar, get a calendar. From there, start adding tasks into a calendar on the cadence they need to be done. Number 3, I would then just get used to checking it every single day on your phone, on your desktop. And I'm yet to meet a person that introduced a calendar into their life that has gone back to not having one.
And just the last thing on that, if you don't use a calendar and you start doing one, don't add in 30 tasks a day to do, because you're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to do 2 of them. You're not going to do the other 28, and then you'll stop doing it. Add in one,
Yeah.
mark it off. You'll feel good about it. Once you get one in, then you can add a second task, third task. Before you know it, you might have 10 tasks in there a day, which are all very beneficial things to your business, and you get used to marking them off and doing it and providing structure to your day and your week, and you'll get a lot done in a short period of time, but also you won't miss anything.
Yeah. And a sales hack for us is if you're a gym owner and you have bookings coming into your calendar, number 1, you need a calendar to accept bookings. Number 2, if the booking comes in, we mark it as dark green as a sale, we mark it as orange as a no-show, or we mark it as red as a fail. And you can even put a note next to the booking. So imagine at the end of the week, you've had 20 bookings, you've had 12 sales, you've had 4 fails, 4 no-shows. On Monday, you come in, you can, if there can be an event, review calendar from the previous week. You see 4 no-shows, 4 fails. It's very easy if you quickly text them and get them back in. So it's just a great way to not forget things. Like, for example, hey, Jamie, like, Liv's got her 6-month vaccinations on August 27. No fucking way I'm remembering that. But I just put it in my calendar. It's just there. Like, it's made, not just made business better, it's made my personal life better.
Yeah, I think probably in the older era, there would be more the paper calendar, the journal, or the diary. Works the same if you wanted to use that, use your diary. But it's just so easy, so visually appealing, and we couldn't live without it now.
Number 2, and I think this is the biggest benefit of using a calendar, shared calendars across the entire company and transparency. So every single person in our business has a Google Calendar. You can share your calendar with that person. So at any point in time in our business, we can see where every single person is and what they're doing. We can see when sales reps are dialing. We can see when sales reps are on calls. We can see what account Brody is launching. We can see what sales management jobs Jenny's doing. We can see what Bryce is doing. And for you being a gym owner, if you have like 1 manager and 3 trainers, you might have your manager doing sales calls, freezes, cancellations, follow-ups. And at the same time, you've got Brody is running sessions at location 1, Steve running sessions at number 2. You can also book team meetings. You can add it into their calendar. Like, again, like, not only can I not imagine not using a calendar, I can't imagine not having our team on the calendar. How fucking annoying is it? Hey, Brody, what are you doing right now? Like it's on my calendar. Like, you know what I'm doing.
And like I said before, this negates the need to have any sort of management software, in my opinion. At least on a basic level. Like, I'm sure if you've got a complex company, you're probably not listening to this. But if you are a gym and you are just wanting to have regular events in there, and maybe there's some scheduling stuff around who's taking sessions and where is each person and everything like that, it's just a super easy way. The layout on, at least on Google Calendar, is really nice. You can have them all appearing on the day view. You can have your own one viewing on the week view. But you can get a very, very quick snapshot of what everyone's doing. Even, you have people that are off. Yeah. Holidays, they have their scheduled day off, they've got their afternoon off, especially with gyms when there's mornings and then time off in the day and then the evenings. It can be hard to keep track of it all in the old noggin. So knowing what each person's doing, and just gives you a chance to have a quick snapshot of that without, like you said, having to reach out to that person or go into old emails or something and check what's happening.
Speaking on reaching out, like, one of the number 1 ways to slow down productivity is I fucking hate two-way back and forth communication. Hey, Mitch, are you free on Tuesday at 12? Yeah, I'm free. Hey, Brody, are you free? No, I'm busy. Okay, we'll do Thursday. Are you free, Mitch? Like, it kills me. But you bring up their calendars, you see they're both free, and you pop a time into their calendar. And for your staff too, it's great because they can also pop time into their calendar when they've got stuff on. It's just like it is. Again, like if I speak to a lot of owners that don't use a calendar, and it's probably my number one tip before you do anything is set yourself up with a calendar.
Especially when you don't have an office, as in
course.
like a team office. Like if you've got a team where everyone works 9 to 5, like you would still have your meetings and things in there, of course. But when you're running things virtually, which most gyms are, where you're not actually physically in the gym that much, you're not seeing your staff a lot, it just provides a lot of structure and really paramount to be able to know what people are doing, especially if you're paying them like if they're on a base wage or they're full time or X amount of hours.
Time, their finish time,
all of that,
their lunchtime, everything,
all of that.
So number one would be if you're not using a calendar, just get one as fast as possible. And if it's not in your calendar, assume it does not get done. Yeah, also too, if you have staff that are doing things, for example, it is like calling leads, and they mark the tasks from blue to green, and then you go into high level, and they haven't been called, it just provides them so much structure and so much accountability. So if you mark an activity from blue to green, I'm going to assume it's done. So it works really well. Number two would be shared calendars across the company. So every single person in your company is on a calendar. Number three, mate, is something we talk about a lot, which is just actually reviewing things and deleting them. So one of the best ways to become more productive is to delete the things that don't move the business forward. There have been so many so many systems that we set up in business that we set up in 2023. They're no longer useful, but the event might still be in Brody's calendar to do this thing that doesn't make sense anymore because high level has a new automation.
Yeah, and it changes. Like what you're doing this month might not be what you're doing next month. And I do this for my own personal calendar. I've got weekly events or monthly events, and I get to it, and I think I don't really need to do that anymore because of XYZ reason. So instead of leaving it on there and kind of doing it or just bypassing it every time or thinking like, oh, maybe, we will have to start doing that. Be ruthless with your time and delete. And at that point, it just doesn't appear in your calendar anymore. It doesn't take up any bandwidth. So it's a bit of just an overall review of the tasks that you do and then obviously of what your team do, because you don't want them putting their bandwidth, time and energy and resources towards things that are no longer important. And a lot of employees are just doing as they're told. And if they have something that they're meant to be doing, they'll keep doing it. And maybe they can't foresee, why that shouldn't be done, or they don't know the information that you do. So it's really just a great way to do a tidy up of what's been done and get rid of what's not needed.
It's such a great way to audit your month too, because for example, if you have, I'm going to email my list for the next 30 days straight, you get to the end of the month and review that, hey, like all those emails got us 0 sales. Well, why are you doing it? So it's just a really great way to audit everything that you do in your business. And maybe you've gone through a really great time in business and you've gone through a really bad time in business. And then you go back a couple of months and you realize in the good time in businesses, you were calling the leads more. There was more outbound blocks that you were dialing leads, or there was more time that you were reviewing ad creative, or there was more times that you were keeping the staff more accountable on certain things. So like, it's just like, I don't know if anxiety is the right word to use, but like there's so much to do. There's so many things going on. There's so many moving parts. There's so many people on the team. If I didn't have a quick snapshot of like a dashboard of what everyone's doing, I just feel anxious. I guess it is the word.
Or you'd start asking people what they're doing,
interrupting
or asking the manager, or going looking yourself, and then you get caught up for half an hour trying to find things. So yeah, it removes those thoughts of what's this person doing? Are they being productive with their time? Are they doing things that we want them to be doing? And it's just, I think that the best thing is it gives a very, very quick snapshot of what's happening. You don't need to delve any deeper. A lot of the time, it's just, okay, this is what's happening. This person's on, this one's happening. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And speaking about dashboards, if you've got an amazing Google sheet for your business, which is a dashboard of number of members weekly price, revenue, people on freeze, people on hold, a list of things that are important this month, and you have the calendars, you have a snapshot in your business in 1 minute. And for me, I just hate having to go looking for information or asking the person, what is the information? Just everything should be right there.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is with your calendar in particular, if it's important, it can be in there every single day. So imagine if your job is to get 20 new members this month, and every single day at 7 a.m. reminder, complete the task to get 20 new members, and you see it every single day. And it is just really good to be reminded of the important things in life.
Yeah. And that's where you can leverage the cadence and the occurrence amount. And again, it's all well and good to be saying all these things, but if you don't stick to using your calendar, then it doesn't matter. So I think if you are someone who doesn't, start slow. Otherwise, you're just gonna get overwhelmed and not do it.
Yeah. So the one objection that someone would have that doesn't use one is, like putting things into a calendar is going to make more work, not less work. And your argument to that would be?
Like, I can't even see how that could possibly be true, because you don't need to get to the end of every day and be like, okay, well, I need to add in all my things for tomorrow and spend half an hour putting in a to-do list, because you can use recurring events. So, and even to the point now, like if I have a call or a meeting with someone and then there is some action for me to take after that, I will put that into my calendar instantly. Like the minute I've finished the call. And I set up the occurrence amount, 8 occurrences, 10 occurrences for the next 2 weeks, every weekday, whatever.
So I guess your thought is like a fitness business owner might only do 10 things that are really important. So for example, at 10:30 every day, you might sweep your emails and socials for messages. That's in there, and you set it up once on a reoccurring event, leave it alone. It's there now.
Yeah, I guess, and then if the only reason you would be having more work is if you're adding a heap of things to your plate that aren't really important, but that comes down to the last bit of just reviewing calendar. So it's just, there's one thing, we know a lot of things about owners after speaking with literally like hundreds and hundreds of them. Everyone is a bit distracted, us included at times, and it's so easy just to forget things that you had thought of. So getting that down, especially if it is something that's important and you've got a recurring event because you're thinking about, okay, I want to do this new marketing thing, or I need to reach out to this person, or I need to do this. And then there's 10 other thoughts that come in your head the next hour and you completely forget. So it's really just a great reminder system, and also a reminder of the things that are truly important and making sure they're in there regularly.
Even after our monthly meetings, we have like key takeaways I send in Slack. I just don't trust our memory anymore.
No.
At all. And like, if you don't write it down, like, is it even important?
Well,
yeah, and how would you judge yourself on was it successful or not?
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know if there's an argument for gives more work. Like, you're just being a bit lazy at that point, because it's like, if I don't have a calendar, I don't have to do anything, and I'll do things when I want to. Like, that's kind of probably the thought. But then if that's the case, then you're probably not running a very good ship.
So guys, if you're not using a calendar, we'd highly, highly recommend you at least trial it for a while. Our preferred calendar is Gmail, because we use G Suite for Gmail, Google Sheets, Google Documents, and Google Drive. So like, Slack's great, but we never really talk about how much we rely on G Drive, on G Suite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool, guys.
Stuffed without it.